Hey guys, Siren here, and welcome back to Lake of Voices. Let's continue on with our story, shall we? Together we walk back towards the interior of the island. Both our moods lift as we stay side by side. Bamel and I head through the wooded part of the island. There isn't anything that could be called a path, but we manage to pick our way through the bush quite well. Though through a thinner stand of trees, through a thinner stand of trees, we briefly catch sight of the guide standing on one of the beaches. He seems fine, but even though I'm sure he turned his head toward me, he makes no show of acknowledging us. That design looks cool back there, even though it's half fogged, half black. Still looks cool. Continuing on, Bamel and I cross the island in search of Lou. Out of nowhere, a shudder runs down my spine. I barely stop myself from checking behind me. Darkness flickers through my mind, and I hold my breath. A pat on my back brings me back into the light, a reminder that I'm not alone. I look up to see Bamel, his touch more comforting than words could be. Suddenly, I know I do not need to hide my emotions. There is no reason to act as though nothing is wrong. When it is, Bamel already knows. I have hidden my emotions for so long that it is still my first instinct, but somehow I sense an assurance from him. Bamel will be there to remind me that it is okay and to support me when I feel I might break from the weight of our experiences. I give Bamel a hesitant glance. He notices and returns my gaze, staring into my eyes. I feel words spill out from my mouth before I realize what I'm saying. Would you like to take a walk with me? I take a moment to part some brush out of my path before explaining myself. We could pass around the edge of the forest where there's less in the way. There doesn't need to be a purpose to the walk. It only needs to be a way to spend time together. I would prefer that to not doing anything. I would be delighted to accompany you, Kika. I'm gladdened by his response, though it only makes me feel all the sillier for suggesting it. Perhaps it may be better not to, after all. We'll be walking all throughout the night. I believe I've spent quite enough time resting. If I'm being honest, I think I need a break from all this waiting around. My lips curl into a smile. All right, we'll do that then. That seems like it may have been the wrong choice. I just go on a whim. So, let's continue on. Bamel's face slightly at the request, making me realize he must have wanted us to be alone. I don't think that would be wise right now. Still, I can't help but feel a little excited that he wanted to. He quickly recovers. Bamel must have remembered that our current situation is too serious for us to get completely carried away. Of course. Lou is the type of person one Lou is the type of person one has a hard time leaving alone. I nod, a small lopsided smile on face. Lou is always full of surprises, whether that is for good or not. Yes, that's true. We scour the area for Lou. It doesn't take us long to find him. He appears to be alright, though still strange. Okay, now the image in the background, the fog in the background looks kind of like a screaming face or an alien ship. Oh my word, my mind thinks up like the craziest things. Hello, Lou. Oh, dang it. Hello, Lou. Are you holding out alright? He turns towards us and blinks, like he's waking from a sleep. It seems as though he didn't even notice us until now. I I like Lou's bracelet on his. Well, I like his bracelet. It looks awesome. He looks away once more and smiles bitterly to himself. Everything's pretty much how I expected, making that what you will. I frown at his response, but I try not to let it bother me too much. It seems to simply be Lou's way. Take care of others. Take care of yourself. Both are important. Lou doesn't respond to Bemel's advice. I decide to attempt it myself. Are you ready to eat, Lou? Lou pauses for a moment to consider this. Okay, if you leave something for me, I'll eat it soon. We can oblige that after you take a nice stroll with us. Lou looks at Bemel, clearly lost. I need a nice walk with a trio. We'd like to spend we would like to spend some time in your company. Lou huffs at us, as irritated as he is bemused. I'd only get in the way of you two. You can't go without me. Nonsense. Something will absolutely be missing if you don't come. Lou still doesn't look convinced. I plead softly. Please? Lou sighs and turns his gaze to the dirt. I'll come. Bemel sneaks a satisfied grin at me before looking back at Lou. Good man. Thank you. Lou keeps his eyes fixed on the ground, but gives a sad smile that presumably is meant for us and not the sand. The three of us begin our walk, conversing lightly as we meander around the island. So, Lou, what do you plan on doing tomorrow morning when this journey has come to a close? Lou peers off into the horizon. I'm going home. His tone is startlingly dark. I'm perplexed. I never heard him speak in such a way before. I'm not sure whether he's worried about not making it back home or worried about what will happen once he does. I can only hope that he will be all right in any case.